on steam. She put it on it.
Bad.
Had a bachelor's degree, PhD while selling. Fix the face and fix the weed. Now working on the self-esteem. Hit a block, yo, this flock. Where you at? Pin it. My new map location be the block on the app.
I need money and company. No, baby. I don't need no the company. You can't hang, baby. We don't want you around here. Ice on my neck and it's froze. Santa's reindeer. You got bad. It's the same here. You bad company, little bro. You can't hang here. Getting money, so keep on coming.
One, too close, give me room, phony folks, play it close, do the most, don't they? Bad company, that's bad for your company. Bad company, that's bad for your company. Bad cow disease, now you in a ton of beef. Tucked underneath my new Dunkaroos. Flintstone, bust down, color Maricami. Fruity pepper, bezel, Wilma, Betty, Barney, bad, from out of town, I think she modeled at McCormick. Wrist game, lucky charmy, told my jeweler leprechaun.
We're gonna start over.
I'ma come clean, I got speed. Paranoia got me rolling on my sleeves, okay.
Get the Jags started off this like this at the defense. See what all Jalen Ramsey talking about.
Paranoia got me losing on my Z's all day. Good love, mama praying on the knees all day. If you still frontin' when I upped it, I'ma squeeze. I'm above average.
See my boy Fournier talking about Marcus Landry, you know.
And I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall.
Hey.
Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for the visa. Pulling up the leader. Getting that while I'm on the. She's a keeper. Burritos. Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot put no zeros. Don't you run out? No, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut, baby. Bubbles and these models are.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is...
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville.
Y'all that don't know, supposed to turn that down right there. You don't turn that down, cheating. It's your threshold, basically, you know.
Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars have Josh Lambo out there to get us started. And off we go from Jacksonville. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And look at that. Loose football. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone.
In here. Y'all see that.
Because you're almost automatically giving up the score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble now. Great field position.
Mike 39, Lucy.
They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got it. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
73.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Let's get it.
Austin Safarian-Jenkins. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jags have taken the early lead.
Shit. Be yours.
And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
They took
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown.
This shit is crazy.
Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're brought out by a man who needs very little introduction in his 18th year in the NFL, future Hall of Famer Drew Brees.
And to say that he knows every bit of the New Orleans offensive playbook, terminology, nuances, and creates a few of his own would actually be an understatement for Drew Brees. He makes everything go with that offense and makes everyone around him better. Every time he takes a snap, there's a potential for a big play and a touchdown.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you'd gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
It'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. Here we go with Kamara. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his second season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did, and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while, maybe with the Hutchinson Junior College, before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star. The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. That last catch winds up costing him 3, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd and 13. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Brandon, their last miss on 3rd down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a 4th down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball away.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They do go for it. It's Breeze. And this is incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. All right, there's no doubt about it. People wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early.
Oh, my God.
Intercepted. It's the safety, Kirk Coleman. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
I know what that was.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Big slow pass.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Let's go, let's go.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Touchdown!
Let's get it.
Jaguars. T.J. Yeldon, 30 yards. And the Jaguars had 6 to their lead. On my drive chart, I write successful drives in blue, and so far for them, 4 first-half drives, 4 touchdowns. It's all blue, no red.
What did they see on film? What did they see on tape that led them to have this type of a game plan, this type of execution? They're reading them like they're a true open book.
Oh, my goodness. In every facet, too. And then on the other side, I mean, it's domination right now offensively.
Yeah, they're going to need one player to make a monster play to try and stop this time.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. 1 play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number.
Rifles one.
I can't even got that myself. That's Jalen Ramsey, too, though.
He will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Let's get it.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense to give up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken just inside the 10. Powers through. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Breeze now on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Camara. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. DJ Hayden, the corner, in on the tackle.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4.
21. Kill!
They're going to try and throw. That's complete to Meredith. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Breeze now on first down. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas from 13 yards out. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. And now out come the Jags. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now Leonard Fournette. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I tell you, on 4th and 1, when you're way back on your side of the field, I thought this might just be an attempt to draw them up and get the first down that way. But they were going for it the whole time, and they wind up getting it.
From midfield, here's Bortles. Into the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Lucy.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Bortles. And down he goes. A sack. They sack him back across midfield at about the 48-yard line. Alex Anzalone not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Throwing on first down is Breeze. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Kill. Get set.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get this down to about the 30-31-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now Breeze throwing on second down. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
11. Ready. You ready? Hey. 21. 13.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to look deep, and he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Cameron Meredith in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. I believe it was you, Mr. Davis, who said something about them opening things up, taking shots downfield because that D might gang up against the run, and we just saw evidence of why that was a good idea.
And indeed, my friend, just like a broken watch is right twice a day, I get them right every now and then.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Omaha.
A final shot before half for Bortles. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Hey, let's go. Trips left.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Ready? Over.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 11. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And some room to run now. Fournette fighting. And he's into the clear. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 89 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half. Whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I'll just figure there's something wrong with the football.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Lutz's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. Now Bortles. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
4 down.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Bortles going to try and throw on 3rd down. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
Spread right. Here we go. Omaha.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometime in this 4th quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
Here we go. All go.
Again, it's Fournette. And some space here. Try! 31 yards there and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Here we go. Spread right.
Into the red zone, it's Bortles. Throws a quick hitter on the slant, that's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Bortles on the give to Fournette, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead is up to 18 now. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Breeze now to throw. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Bunch right, bunch right, bunch right. 11B, 11B. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go, let's go, let's calm down. Hey, spread right, spread right, spread right, spread right, smack.
A handoff to Fournette. Oh, good move. And now running right through it. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A gain of 3, second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeout in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right, and that pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Over the middle, complete. That's Cole. And down inside the 15 he goes. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era when we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, and it's got him in the lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try to end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Kill!
On first down, Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Here we go.
Well, again, they'll throw with Breeze. He's going to let it fly. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cameron Meredith with his second touchdown of the night. And the Saints get a bit closer. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Check. Let it.
Now, Breeze again. Pass incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Now Fournette. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Demario Davis there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Now that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
And a short gain here down to the 22. On the stop there defensively, Tyler Davison.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. His throw caught right around the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. And this Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich. No money, no class, look at them. Another day in the